everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As everyone is pretty well aware at this time, Christmas has just happened. And one of the biggest things that a lot of people get for Christmas are either like video games or video game consoles. I mean, that's kind of like a big thing. At least that was what when I was a kid. I mean, I couldn't wait till get the Christmas tree. I can't speak. And go underneath there, rush, looking to see if there was like actually, when I was really young, I was looking for the Super Nintendo. Nah, I didn't get that. I actually bought that myself from earning money from mowing lawns. But still, went underneath the tree for a few years looking for one. Never got one. So, but I'm an adult now. I can get it myself. But for all of you out there, maybe you actually picked up the Nintendo Switch 2 for Christmas. And you had the Switch 1. So you have probably games for that Switch 1. Well, this here is a stack of games I have that are for the Switch 1 that you can actually play on your Nintendo Switch 2 for free upgrades. Now, these upgrades include better visuals, such as like for 60 frames per second, the crispness, faster loading times, and some other features that they tend to add. And I believe there's a few of them that actually add in the Joy-Con mouse controls. I don't really care about those, but maybe you do. Now, as far as which of these do, I did not do that in-depth of a research to figure out which one it is. But I've been ranting and raving long enough. You want to know what these games are. So, first game that we have, I actually talked about this, and it was recently that they just came out with this, and that was for Red Dead Redemption. Now, this actually has the Undead Nightmare for the Switch, so it's got the DLC included on cartridge for it. But yes, now it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second with the crisper visuals and everything in the game. And so, this next one is a pretty brand new game too that they came out with for Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Amazing tactical role-playing game. And what they've done for this one, through adding in the voice acting and just the visuals that they've actually updated it all, amazing game. And for a free upgrade for your Nintendo Switch 2, just makes it look all that more spectacular. If you haven't played it for the Nintendo Switch yet. I mean, so now you can play it on your Switch 2. This next one, so you have a free upgrade for this. This is for Dragonquest 3, the HD 2D remake. So that one gets I kind of found it interesting that they included a free upgrade for this one, but not for the 1 and 2. But that's because you have the Switch 1 version, then there's also a Switch 2 version, which was a game key card, which a lot of people didn't like. But Nintendo considers them to be two separate games, so there was no upgrade path for that game, which I don't really understand Nintendo's thinking on that. Yeah, if you did it for 3, why not do it for 1 and 2? That's just my opinion. Now, this next one that we actually have, this is a dual pack that we have for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Now, originally, on the Nintendo Switch 1, a lot of people's criticism was that it just didn't run very smooth, that it had hiccups, and the frame rates drops and everything in that game. And so, we're on the Nintendo Switch 2 with that free upgrade. All of that goes away. It runs smooth, and so you can actually enjoy the Scarlet and Violet on your Switch 2 without any of the problems that you would have encountered on your Switch 1. Next one that we actually have is another one that recently came out for Mario's, what was this, the 40th anniversary? For Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, this actually includes a free Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade. I do remember this one actually does include the mouse controls that you can actually use it. I don't know how it works with the mouse controls for that, but that is something maybe if you're interested in, you can look into it. And so you can just pick this game up for your Switch and you then put it on for the Switch 2 for those free upgrades. Now, I'm actually going to take the time out now. Say, if you are here, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you to all the old subscribers, the new ones. I have extended the season of giving back. I'm going to do it till the first of the year. And so for every new subscriber, I am going to be donating money to the local animal shelter. So if you are someone new, you like this content, throw a like on the video, throw a hype up on it. I still haven't figured out how to do that. And I don't think I've received one from what I can tell. But yes, and just subscribe and just thank you all very much. And with that out of the way, back into the video. This was a recent pickup that I did, and I have not been able to play it. And I actually wasn't aware until I was trying to compile this list that it had a Switch 2 free upgrade on it. But that is for Super Mario Odyssey. So I don't know. I was completely unaware. I was just picking up the game to pick it up because I've just heard such great things about it. But now I have to play it even more for the Switch 2 that it's got a free upgrade and just going to be able to actually look and run much smoother than it did for the Switch. So if it was that great on the Switch, just imagine how much better it is going to be on the Switch 2. Now, the next one I've talked about before. And so you have here for Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I do know that it actually has improved co-op play on it for the Bowser's Fury, where you can play as Bowser Jr. I do remember that as being an added feature. And then, obviously, like most of these other upgrades, just running smoother and for the visuals and everything. I think the next two I was also unaware of, and I didn't really think they ran that bad on the Switch. So I don't wonder how they are going to work for the Switch 2. I might have to throw them in just to see how they look. But for these two games here, amazing great games. I love this art style for The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and Echoes of Wisdom. And I've already played through, beat both of these games. And as I just said, I am very much a fan of this art style. I don't know what it is about it that just captivates me so much about it. And it's almost like a toy-like figure, or not figure, just the way that they look. It does have a very reminiscent of, like, for toys running around. And if they wanted to do this art style for trying to bring some of the other Legend of Zeldas, like, that were trapped on the well, I guess they aren't exactly trapped because you play them on the onlines, but for the Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, if they want to go through and try to bring Legend of Zelda 1 and 2 off of the NES and put them on here, I'd be all for that too. But moving on to the next game. So we have here the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, the Anniversary Collection. It is actually has I didn't play it for the Switch. I played it on the Xbox. So I don't know exactly how this runs on the Switch. Haven't had time to play on it. But with the Switch 2, I guess any issues I would have had with it, running, just utilizing the Switch 2 hardware, just going to run all that much more smooth. And this next one on here, yes, I understand. Please don't comment below. I know this is a Switch 2 cartridge, but it is and it isn't. This is the Switch 1 game, but it gets a free Switch 2 download when you put it in to your Switch 2. So you can buy this game right now and play it on your Switch 1, and it will run smooth at 60 frames per second. But the Switch 2 runs at 120 frames per second. So if that's something you care about, or if you bought it digitally for your Switch, and then you go to get a Switch 2, it will do a free upgrade for it. So that is why this, yes, I know, Switch 2. That is why is this here on this list with all these games. This next one is a really fun game. It's kind of easy to get right now. I have included it in the buy now before rare because I don't know how long the stock of this game is going to last, and buying it off the Fangamer site. And so we have here for Stardew Valley. And what they did with the Switch 2 is I do know they added motion or the mouse controls for this that you can utilize for whenever you're going through, and like I'm assuming that it would help you for whenever it is you're collecting your crops and everything for your animals and moving around. But I do know specifically for whenever it is that you're decorating your house and you're moving furniture and things around, it utilizes that. And so it is just a fun game, and to be able to play on the Switch, and now the Switch 2 is going to be great because I have friends that we can play together. I kind of wish they would do a little bit more of the DLC, like what they did for the PC, how they have included so much more stuff on it, but they kind of didn't for the Switch, at least not that I know of. Maybe if one of you wants to comment down below, and you can correct me on that if they did. But I will look it up myself afterwards. So whether you just comment down below, even if you feel like it. This next one, not the biggest fan of it, but we have for Splatoon 3. I played it in the single player mode. I wasn't too big into the competitive for playing it online. The real reason I got it is because it looked like a really fun game, and I thought I'd be able to play it locally with just the family, or if we had friends over, we could all just play together like a party game. But that wasn't the case. So I played it through the story mode, and it was pretty fun. But now you can get it to run even more smooth. And I don't know if there's a Splatoon 4. I know we got Splatoon Raiders is coming out. So I guess if you really wanted to go through and get that and get used to it, if you're want to get Splatoon Raiders, get this, and maybe this will help you out for that game. And these next two games here, they have Switch 2 upgrades, but they're pretty cheap. They aren't free. This first one here is Fantasy Life I, the girl that steals time, or the girl who steals time, not that. But, so it does have an actual Switch 2 physical that you can go out and buy, I believe, off of PlayAsia. And that's actually where I got this off of, was from PlayAsia. So, and it's for $2.59 or 49 cents. I think it's $2, essentially $2.50. We're just going to go ahead and round up that penny for the Switch 2 upgrade. So pretty cheap, and so you get everything for the regular game, plus all those updates. And then this next one here, phenomenal game. I mean, this was amazing. So, I mean, if you have this for the Switch, I highly recommend you just pay the $1 to upgrade it. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. And so, yes, $1 for the Switch 2 upgrade for this. And I am so hyped up and excited for the second chapter coming out in the fall of this coming year. And I can't explain to y'all. Now, if you haven't picked it up and you haven't played this, so you have that much more time to pick it up and play through it before the second chapter comes out. And it is a game I would highly recommend you to pick up and try to go through and play it. It's an amazing game. And that's about all the praise that I can give for it. So, thank you all very much again for watching. I greatly appreciate all the comments. If you've have these games in your collection, just comment down below. Maybe, did you know that these had Switch 2 upgrades? Did you not? Maybe this video helped you out, and so you found it informative. Hey, that's what the video is for. And so I just hope you all really enjoy this video. I know I had a little bit of fun going through and researching and finding out the games that I actually had on my Switch have free Switch 2 upgrades. Now, this is not in the exhaustive list. There's like a lot more games out there. Because I believe that actually another game that I wasn't 100% certain, but I kind of remember reading about, was that for Chronicles, the Radical Dreamers edition, that you can actually, that it has a Switch 2 upgrade as well, but I don't know if it was free or not. I just remember saying that it had Switch 2 support. So, and then there's tons of more games. So, hey, maybe you were on the fence about getting a Switch 2. Maybe knowing that these games that are all amazing games in their own right for the Switch, but then they can run and be even better on the Switch 2. Maybe this will give you that little nudge to want to go out and to purchase one for yourself. So, I hope you all enjoy this video. Please do leave a like and a hype. Share it to people. Help me to get out there, to keep growing. And yes, I just thank you all very much. But I'll see you all next time.